Hello everyone, thank you for tuning in. Welcome to another video of cricket analysis. So first of all, I will clarify what this video is not about. So this video is not about any match review, match story or match preview. We are going to talk about Indian cricket team, but and we are also going to talk about a little bit about the recent series that is going on with New Zealand. But we are not going to talk about any match story or match analysis or anything because if I have decided that smaller matches or small tournaments, uh, I'm not going to talk about just the match review. I'm going to look it at as a series perspective rather than just single match to match, because I think the all the matches that not just India but any team that is going to play, especially the T20 matches, that is going to be build up for the next World Cup. I really believe that there is not much time before the next World Cup. It's just that these two events are happening so close to each other that we feel, you know, uh, that next World Cup is in 1 year. Earlier, when World Cups used to happen in 4 years, 1 year was the build up to the World Cup. So that is the focus point. Below are the three key areas that we are going to talk about. First, start of the new era in Indian cricket leadership, especially in the shorter format, and Dravid as a coach in all format. What should India look to gain out of this series? And then what do I expect, or what are the uh, changes that I expect? What are the changes or decisions that I expect the leadership to take in this series? So first, let's start with the start of new series, new era. Rohit, he has been a captain previously. I think he has been captain in 19 matches and he has won 15 out of them. So pretty good record he has it as a T20 international captain as well as a franchise captain. For me, Rohit should have been captain of this Indian shorter format team after 2019 World Cup. He should have been the captain because he has proven his credentials. He is a really great captain. So, uh, the fact that he knows a thing or two about captainship, that should not be a surprise to any of us. And I have a lot of things that I can highlight about Rohit, like why I feel that Rohit is a great leader and great captain. But I will just limit the scope to this series, or like we have one sample match, the first match. Uh, so we will use that match to kind of find out some of the traits or the press conferences before that match or after that match, right? So first of all, I liked his press conferences. Once again, the after MS Dhoni, I have really started looking out for the post-match videos, post-match press conference or pre-match press conference, because Rohit is so honest and and it's really fun to watch Rohit in the press conference. But apart from that, he talked about few key things, and I believe there is a vision behind all those things. So he talked about India creating their own template rather than following anyone's template or anything. The fact that he's talking about India creating a template, that matters a lot to me, because or in general to Indian cricket, because I know Rohit, as a captain, we have seen that he generally tries to have a vision, and he tries to maximize the performance of the team rather than making changes just because of individual brilliance. So I am really excited about the changes or the thought process that he's going to bring in this team, and I think he backed some of his thought process with the selection in the first match, right? So first of all, selecting Venkatesh Iyer, giving him a chance. So, and more important than giving him a chance, he played him at number six, not as an opener, not as number three or anything, which I feel shows that he wants to have a selection process rather than just giving a chance for the sake of giving a chance. If you have good openers, if you have number, 1, 2, 3, 4, if you have players at these numbers, and you also have a backup, and you have a backup for backup, then you don't really need to create extra backup there. You need to create backup for positions where you have you are a bit thin. And I think in the finishing, right, 5 6, uh, especially 5 6 or 7, you can say, because at 7 you really have just one player in India, to be very honest. uh, you won't feel safe without Jadeja at number 7. So basically 5 6 7 you have to create backup, and that's where I like the selection of Venkatesh Iyer and playing him at number 6. Because, and if you look at from youngsters point of view, I don't think any youngster will be disappointed to play at number 6. Number 6, they shouldn't think like that. I think they will be excited to play at that number, and they will look to bring develop skills required at that number, because it is going to help. So the skills that are required as a number 6 player, those are going to help you as an opener as well, right? Because you don't just want to uh, even you, when you are an opener, you want to have that big hitting abilities. And so from IS point of view also it is good. From Indian cricket point of view also, this was a good decision to play him at number 6. I was a bit disappointed that he didn't give him the bowling, but still I think it's early days, so I am sure he will look to gain more out of Iyer. Then playing Akshar Patel. So like that decision as well, because uh, it could have been very tempting to play Yuzvendra Chahal, especially when he was making a comeback, and just he stick to the template that he wanted extra, like, playing someone play an all rounder, or someone who can hit a few balls at number 6, number 7. So I again thought that there was a thought process behind the selection. And obviously Akshay Patel is a good player, and I think they are looking to build him as a backup of Jadeja. I think he is far behind from Jadeja in terms of batting, but I think in bowling I think he's far, if not he's at par, if not better than Jadeja, especially in the shorter format. I think in test form, I'm not talking about test format, but in the shorter format and T20, I think he's at par with Jadeja, if not better, in the bowling. I like that he played Siraj instead of Harshal Patel. That shows that he didn't go by the numbers or just recent IPL performance. He's thinking long term. He wanted to have the balance right. You have Bhuvi, you have Cheher. You don't want another similar bowler who balls medium pace and then slower balls. So that is why I like the selection of Siraj, because he wanted to have that extra pace, and uh, Siraj is your first pick in the available options. So another good kind of decision making there. And Chehal's not playing Chehal over Akshay Patel also showed me that he's not making decisions based on emotion. He's making decisions based on cricketing logic, which I really like in a captain. And I think uh, that shows maturity of Rohit as a leader. So really excited with Rohit at helm of Indian. Officially, he's at helm for the shorter format, but I really hope that he should be the. Officially, he's at helm for just the T20, but I really hope that he should be the captain for not just T20 but the white ball. That means ODIs as well, and he should be given the opportunities to for next two World Cups at least to lead the India, because I you know I feel that he will be able to bring a cup or two in that duration. So really excited with that. Other I think exciting news for us has been Dravid as a coach of Indian cricket team, and there are some emotions behind of Indians being happy as well, because you feel safe when you know that Dravid is involved in Indian cricket, and especially when he is involved in such an important position, then you as an Indian cricket fan, you feel safe, you feel really happy. I do not have much to contribute on, much to share on Dravid's tactical side of things, because I have not seen enough of tactical decisions taken by Dravid, or uh, you know just a strategy point of view, I do not know enough, so I will not comment about that. What I will talk a bit about is what he brings on the table and what I know he for sure brings on a table. So he brings collaboration, he brings team culture, he brings the attitude of players, team over players, right? So he brings these things because he has led by examples. He has been an absolute team player, absolute gentleman of the game, and uh, of course, like he was happy to help anyone, and he was really amazing person, right? So I think, and these are really key. All-round personality development is very key to success, be it any profession, especially in the sports. It is very key to success because that determines how well you handle pressure, how well you perform in the big situations. And I think with Dravid at helm, I think a lot of players will look to learn these things from him. And from what I've heard from Dravid, that he is also big on personality development. And he has clearly stated that a lot of times he doesn't talk about technique, he doesn't talk about you know he doesn't talk about skills with his team. He talks much more about the temperament and the personality, developing hobby, developing some extra hobby. So those kind of things he talk about with the players, and I think that is very important, especially for from Indian cricket team's point of view, because there is so much pressure on the players, Indian players, that you need to have someone to talk to you about the to kind of just give you a shield from the external pressure and the weight of expectations. So I'm really excited, and uh, later on, as I see much more of Dravid as a coach, I will surely have another analysis or another video on Dravid as a coach, purely just on that. But for now, I think we have discussed enough on the first point, start of Rahul and Rohit's era in Indian cricket. Now, now I will quickly talk about the second point. What should India try to gain out of this series? So I think obviously everyone knows that you play each and every match to win the match, but there has to be a long-term picture in mind when we are playing these series, and I think we have started well on those factors. So what I expect Indian team to gain out of this series, except from the apart from the series win, is that for them to develop extra bowling and batting depth, right? And for them to develop multi-dimensional players. And I will talk a bit more about this in my third point, which is what do I expect out of this series. And I will essentially go in details about these points. So as I mentioned earlier, we want us to develop extra bowling and batting depth. So few key points to highlight here. I think India should give Deepak Chahar a longer run, right? And they should give him more responsibility. I would encourage, like, if there are chances, then play him at number 7, right? Try him at number 7. Just try to develop him as a number 9 batsman, because if the full strength Indian team is back, then I think for me at least, Bumrah and Shardul Thakur makes the cut. So Shardul Thakur plays at number 8, Jadeja plays at number 7, and with Deepak Chahar at number 9, I think we have a really good batting depth, and Deepak Chahar can hit a long ball. We have seen it in IPL level, we have seen it at international level, and I'm sure he has done it on in the first class Ranji level or Syed Mustaq Ali level. So I really want Indian team to give Deepak Chahar that opportunity to kind of get some extra batting depth, and obviously the bowling depth, because for me it has to be between Bhuvneshwar, Deepak Chahar and Mohammad Shami. So one of these three can actually play, because I think they bring more or less same things on the table. So they are good with the new ball. All three of them are good with the new ball. Bhuvneshwar probably better from Deepak Chahar, at least currently, but I think Indian team should try to give more chances to Deepak Chahar and see how he goes, right? I will also look for them to kind of give some extra opportunity to Avesh Khan. I really feel that he's a good bowler, and he has got some pace. So he hasn't played the first match, but I hope that they keep him in the loop, they keep him involved, and try to find opportunities for Avesh Khan, because I think he is young as well and he has got good speed. And for me, like I have already seen him making an improvement on his game, so that shows that he is willing to work hard and learn more, and he's not going to fade away. He is going to keep growing. So uh, I can't. I think really. I think like ideally, Avesh Khan will also. I mean, you can't call him a backup of Bumrah, because I think Bumrah is, uh, I think he has stepped up big time, and he's far from. He's, I think, a level or two above Avesh Khan, but still, I think if you just look at the team, if you keep the entire team playing 11 in the picture, then that's the place that Avesh Khan can take Bumrah's place, right? Or I think Deepak Chahar, the other category that I highlighted earlier. But I think you want a swing bowler in the first 6 overs. So that is why I think Avesh Khan is probably not as good as swing or seam bowler as Deepak Chahar, Bhuvneshwar, or Shami are. So that is why I think. Uh, but having that extra bowling option will always help. And then I also want them to play Harshal Patel, maybe not this series, but somewhere down the line, and try to build him as a backup of Shardul Thakur, because he has got some power rating capabilities, and he is a middle over bowler, so he balls in the middle overs or death overs, and he has got good slower ball. He has got good variations, and especially with T20 World Cup coming in Australia, where the boundaries are long, I think the slower balls or the variation become effective. So I would hope that there are some chances for Harshal Patel as well. And then lastly, I think what I have already highlighted, I think they should stick to Iyer, Venkatesh Iyer, and Suresh Iyer, both at number 5 and 6. I really like that option. If opportunity appears, then probably they can try maybe sending Venkatesh Iyer in one game or two, just as a pinch hitter, because it will allow him to kind of test himself under pressure situation against a quality attack of New Zealand. So this is it about Indian team. I will have another video post today's match. I will have another video of on New Zealand's team, like what they have already gained or what they should look to gain, uh, from the series. So that is it. Thank you, everyone. Please do share your thoughts or any feedback over comments. Thank you, everyone. Hope you enjoyed this video. Bye bye.